Hello everyone, welcome back to Super Fandom Reviews.
Recuerden que para la versión en español vayan al enlace en la descripción del video.
Today we have the Zobie Fright Director's Cuts for the month of May. And with the franchises they announced, I'm excited to see what's inside because this box has 2 autographs, 1 t-shirt, 1 pin, and 1 prop replica. And what are the franchises that they announced? Saw 3D, 13 Ghost, Return of the Living Dead, The Craft, and Ghost Ship. Sounds cool, right? Let's see what we got. The first item we have in the box is a t-shirt. We have a red t-shirt inspired by the 2002 movie Ghost Ship. It reads, "All aboard the Antonia Graza, Italy's finest cruise vessel. Set sail. Swimming pools, fine dining, dancing. Ranked finest crew in both 1962 and 2002. Okay. We'll say it now. The shirt has the right dates. Despite this movie having the same name as the 1952 movie, they're actually not related. This one is also not considered a reboot either. The SS Antonia Graza is the ship that disappeared in the movie in the year 1962. So that's why they have 1962 in the t-shirt. Then of course, 2002 for the year the movie came out. The movie was filmed in Australia and also in Canada. And although they wanted to use a real ship to film on, there was no way they could fit the necessary equipment through the corridors of a real ship. So instead, they used a combination of a miniature ship, CGI, and real-life sized sets to film on. The shirt is 100% cotton and it's very soft. And I don't know if you noticed, but if we look at it from afar, you can actually see a skull-like design, kind of like the one that appears in the movie poster. The second item we have is the pin. We have The Craft. Released in 1996, it follows the story of 4 outcast teenagers from a private school that turn to witchcraft to fit in and end up getting bad repercussions from it. This pin was well thought of. We have one half showing part of the symbol of the book, Invocation of the Spirit, and then the other half with Sarah, Nancy, Bonnie, and Rachel. Also, there's a cute little Zobie Easter egg. They embed the company's name into the pin right here. That's pretty neat. Around the edge of the circle, it reads, "Serpent of old, ruler of deep, guardian of bitter sea. Show us your glory, show us your power. We pray on thee. We invoke thee, Manon. Fill me," which is part of the spell Nancy uses to invoke the deity Manon in the movie. The pin is limited to 550, and we have number 408. There was a more limited pin of 100 reproductions of Nancy's dagger and the widget board planchette with the movie quote, "We are the weirdos, mister." Which one do you like best? The Craft is actually considered a sleeper hit despite debuting in the number 1 spot at the box office. There's a sequel called The Craft Legacy that was released in October of last year with Fairuza Balk reprising her role as Nancy for a cameo appearance. Next, we have the prop replica of the 13 Ghost brass key to the Cyrus Glass house. Released in 2001, it is a remake of the 1960 movie of the same name. Although the movie was praised for its production design, it was widely criticized for everything else. With a budget of $42 million, it only grossed $68 million overall. So if we take into consideration marketing and promotions and all that stuff, it's safe to say they actually lost quite a bit of money. One of the biggest criticisms of the movie was the excessive use of strobe lights, which are known to trigger seizures in photosensitive epileptic people. Another was the lack of scare scenes. Well, let me tell you. I watched it back in 2001 and it scared the hell out of me. Yes, I was little, so maybe that's the reason I got scared, but to this day, I have no intentions of watching the movie again. It followed the story of a family that inherited a glass house from an uncle, which serves as a prison to some very bad ghost. The house itself is like a machine with a mind of its own, and the family gets trapped inside. The rest, you'll have to watch the movie. I'm not gonna tell you. Now it's time for the first autograph. We know now that the autographs are from Return of the Living Dead and Saw 3D. Let's check out first the 8x10 photo. We have Return of the Living Dead, and it is signed by Linnea Quigley. She plays the role of Trash, the pink-haired protagonist turned antagonist in the movie. She's an actress, film producer, model, singer, and author who began her career in 1978 in the movie Fairy Tales. Having done mostly B movies, some of her other appearances are in the movies Graduation Day from 1981, Savage Street with Linda Blair, Silent Night, Deadly Night, and others. She was also part of the band The Skirts back in the day and has written 2 books about her career. The first one is called The Linnea Quigley Bio and Chainsaw Book, and the second is called I'm Screaming as Fast as I Can, My Life in B Movies. Her role as Trash in Return of the Living Dead established her as Queen of the Bees, as well as earned her a spot amongst the Scream Queens. Return of the Living Dead came out in 1985, and it is known for introducing the now extremely popular concept that zombies eat brains and not human flesh. The movie is also different in the sense that it shows zombies doing things they wouldn't normally do. For example, running or talking. They also didn't die with just a basic headshot. It was such a success that it spawned 4 sequels, but these didn't become as successful as the first. From the spoiler sheet, this was one of 5 different pictures available, and we're extremely pleased with the one we received. And now, on to our last item in the autograph, which is the 11x14 photo of Saw 3D from 2010. We have the signature of Sean Patrick Flannery. Looking at the spoiler sheet, there were also 5 different pictures available for this one. And this is definitely the least gruesome of the action shots, so we like it. Sean plays the role of Bubby Diggin, who is a self-help guru that fakes having survived some of Jigsaw's traps and writes a book about it. However, he ends up getting kidnapped and having to actually go through the test that he wrote on his book. As of right now, no one knows the status of his character, but it's safe to say he's probably dead. Sean is best known for playing the roles of Connor McManus in the movie The Boondock Saints from 1999, Indiana Jones in the TV series The Young Indiana Jones Chronicles, and Sam Gibson in The Young and the Restless. Born in Lake Charles, Louisiana, and raised in Houston, Texas, he began acting in college. Turns out, he only joined an acting class to get to know a girl he had a crush on. Funny, right? His first film was in 1988 when he played the role of Buddy in the movie A Tiger's Tale. His latest film is called Born a Champion and was released in January of this year. Not only is he the main character, he's also one of the writers of that movie. When it comes to Saw as a franchise, it currently includes 9 films, with a rumored 10th one on the way, starring Tobin Bell as the infamous John Kramer, also known as the Jigsaw Killer. It might be worth noting that the puppet we all know with his tricycle is named Billy, not Jigsaw. Although the name hasn't been said in the movies, this is how the writers, producers, and the team refers to it. The franchise has a lot of recurring characters between the 9 movies. The first Saw came out in 2004, and the latest movie, Spiral, from the Book of Saw, was just released last week after being delayed from its original date in 2020. Well, these are all the items in the box, and for a cost of 60 plus shipping, I think this box is worth it. What was your favorite item?
I believe all of them. I can tell you that I have a favorite one because I really like all of them. T-shirt looks really nice. It has different prints. Plus, if you see it like in general, it's like a skull.
Yeah.
Also, the
autograph.
The autograph here looks really nice. The pin, the key, and this picture. I like all of them. I cannot tell you that I have preference for one of them. So, what about you?
I will say all of them except for the prop, because I watched 13 Ghosts when I was little, when it first came out. And I hate it, and I hate it with a passion to this day. I still close my eyes and think of the ghost in the bathroom, and I can't with it. Nope, no thank you. You can keep that one.
Okay.
But we met one of the girls from the craft, so I will stick to the pin if you have me choose just one. But they're all really cool, except for that one. That one you can keep that one. But tell us, what was your favorite items? Why? Down in the comments below, and you know how it goes. Thank you guys for joining us, and see you again for the next one.
Bye.
Bye.